Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Frank the Handyman here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how we make over $1,000 per day with the help of this Ford Maverick truck. Please stay tuned and continue watching until the end because I'm going to show you quite a few different projects that we've done recently within the past few weeks. I'm going to be giving you like a little snapshot of each one. And then also, I'll be sharing a personal testimony of our family business, which is handyman work, of how we were able to start everything up and how our company makes over $1,000 every single day, even during a pandemic and everything else that is going on around us. So please stay tuned, and I'm going to show you all the details here in a little bit. If you want to learn how to do all kinds of handyman DIY projects, including home renovations, then you're in the best place here on YouTube, since that's all we do here. Consider subscribing to our channel and activate the notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any future videos that we're going to be uploading in the near future. The first thing that we do to get our day started every morning is a fresh cup of coffee. I usually make around 8 cups, and we use this Premier Roasters Classic Roast from our local cash and carry store. So it's overall very good and helps us to get it going. Also, I usually try to have a morning devotional. I usually am reading 4 chapters of the Bible every single morning, and this definitely has helped me out quite a bit. I set a personal goal for myself to read the entire Bible in a full year, so I'm hoping to do that. And this is the truck right here so far. We bought a Graco paint sprayer. We have a bucket here with like painting material and different things that we've used on one of the projects recently. In the back, it's quite empty right now, but I typically have quite a bit of stuff over here, tools, bags. And over here on the bed right now, we recently poured some concrete, so I had an extra bag there. But this bed is super usable. We have so many different things. Like right now, we're going to be dumping all of this garbage in the truck and then taking it to a local dumpster nearby. So I'm going to load up that bed quite a bit. This is me and my dad right here. And this is the day when he flew in from San Diego, California to Portland, Oregon. I went to the airport to pick him up, and he basically came here just before the pandemic in February 2020. This is another picture of our very first ProMaster utility van that we purchased. This was got in June of 2020, and we basically financed it, and we were able to buy a second one. So basically, when my dad came in here, he totally wasn't sure because he used to live in Tijuana, Mexico, and he wasn't sure if he was able to fly in or to get into the States. And thankfully, he was able to come in here. And once he was in San Diego, I flew him in to Portland, Oregon. When he used to live in Tijuana, Mexico, he used to also have a handyman business that he ran over there, which did quite well, but didn't make as much, obviously, as the United States, especially since the currency is a lot more valuable over here. But when he came over here, he started working for another company for about 6 months, and then he wanted to also start up his own business. So this is a project that I'm helping him out right here. We basically are replacing some panels on a wooden deck around the pool, and the customer purchased some 2x4s instead of 2x6s because they were just really tight on a budget. So we had to make it work with the gaps and all that, removing whatever was the worst and making sure that the spaces were equal. But basically, when he came in here, I helped him to get everything started. That ProMaster van that you saw there in the beginning, I was the one to help him to finance it so he can get himself going. I used to work for another company prior to coming on full-time here with the handyman business, and I was only helping him very part-time, just kind of around my job, taking calls, scheduling appointments. He would go out there to meet with the clients, and he would be basically giving them the estimate, and if they would approve, he would do the work like right when he's there. Now this is another day, another project of we putting this glaze on top of a bar that we recently constructed. All these videos, I'm going to be uploading separate ones with the entire process, so definitely please check out our channel. All these videos, you'll find them on there, basically a step-by-step on how we did all of this, but this is the final result right here. Now going back to my dad, when I was helping him part-time before, which was last year, I noticed that the revenue that he was making was quite a bit. I believe like on average, every month he was making over $20,000 per month. And that was just him by himself working full-time as a handyman, and I was helping him at a very part-time basis. So once I noticed that, I saw that there was quite a bit of potential, especially since he already had kind of like got it started. That first ProMaster van that I showed you, he was able to pay it off like in about 6 months. I asked him to make pretty large payments, and so he made like $6,000 payments every month, and basically, yeah, in like 5 or 6 months we paid it completely off. And then like many months later, we bought a second truck that had a higher ceiling in the utility box. So this is in the restaurant. We're working here doing many different things. We're also installing this trim, or they call it like molding, around the ceiling at the top in the wall, and we're going to be putting some LED lights as well. So this is another project out of many. We also, if you see this counter on the wall, the shelving, we also did that, and the bar, and we did some framing, and we still have many more things to do over here, which I'll show you in future videos. But so once I noticed, all the income that he was doing, I basically like encouraged myself, and I was like, you know what, this year 2022, I'm gonna just jump on full 100% full time with my dad, and that's what I did. Late 2021, last year, I told my previous employer that I was gonna give him 30-day notice, since I was there for like over 5 years. And so yeah, I gave him over 30-day notice, just training up the people that were gonna take my position. And I left before the end of the year, and then starting this year, I basically just started 100% with my dad. Now once I did that, I noticed that our income, it almost like doubled immediately, especially since I was here, taking calls. We put ads online, we have a Google listing, and we just have our business, on social media and all kinds of places. And with all the clients that he had before that he kind of built up, we also let them know that, we're able to take on more work. And that's pretty much what we did. Now, the Ford Maverick that you saw in the beginning, also late last year, I was really wanting a very economical truck, especially since I knew that I was going to be helping my dad with estimating, going out to job sites and all that. But I didn't want a big old ProMaster van or big truck. I wanted something a lot more economical, since, I really like the Prius, and that's what I used to drive. And when I saw the Maverick, I fell in love with it right away. I went to the dealership. I asked them if I can order one in the hybrid mode, and they told me that it was almost impossible to get one because they're having a chip shortage and production issues. So more than likely I was gonna have to wait like 6 months. But you know what? I took a step of faith. I placed the order anyways, and I did so. And you know what happened is the rep, he called me like within a few hours, and he said, hey, you know what? I noticed that you placed the order for the Ford Maverick in the hybrid mode, and honestly, we're not making those at all. But he told me he had a client that had built one similar to the one that I ordered, and that person was not gonna go with it. So I told him, you know what? Just get, I want to get it. So I basically reserved it. I signed the paperwork, and that's the only reason why I got the Maverick a lot sooner than most people, because right now there's people waiting for it like 6 months up to a year. And with the crazy gas prices that we have right now, this truck is perfect. I think right now I'm getting about 46 miles per gallon, so which is amazing, you know. And so that Maverick, I'm using it, you know, to bring material to the job site if they need like simple, because you know the truck, it ain't too big, and the bed is only like 4.5 feet long, so I can't carry a ton of stuff. But like in this job right here, the breaker that you saw previously, I went to the rental place and I got the breaker and I brought it over here. We were able to break this concrete, and I brought some additional bags of cement. So that's the nice thing about the Ford Maverick, is that, you know, for little handyman job like what we're doing right here, and maybe if you're thinking about doing a handyman business, it's perfect for this kind of a job because it's very economical. It's super gas friendly, you know, especially the hybrid one. I didn't need it to go off-roading or anything like that because I'm mostly spending time around the city, and so the hybrid was more than enough for what I needed. And like I said, you know, like that's me right here. I'm kind of brushing the concrete and just getting this project done. It's installing a basketball hoop. We had to do this, and then we're going to come back a few days later to install the rest of the basketball, the pole and the hoop and all that. So, but you know, I'm the one that I come in and out, I take calls, I handle the emails, I do most of the office administration work, but I also do a little bit of the labor and the hard work. So I'm definitely not afraid to get my hands dirty, and in something like this is definitely needed because our business, it's structured as an LLC. Right now, me and my dad are co-owners, and that's what we love, you know, because we're able to have our own family business now. We can, you know, manage our own schedule. You know, we can pretty much like manage whatever we want, and we work really hard, you know, like we're not scared to take on like any kind of project. We will figure it out, we'll learn, we'll do our best, and we're focus on quality and good workmanship. So all those kind of things has helped us to, you know, just move forward and to grow our business. So right now we're in the month of March, around the middle of March, and like I said, you know, I've been looking at the numbers, and there's been a substantial increase just on like having me and my dad working together. And then we also have a third person that is helping us out right now. You know, he came recently to visit for a whole year, so he also knows a little bit of handyman work. So we're basically like, he's helping us out and we're training him on different things. This project right here, we the customer, this wooden deck was leaning like towards where you see me right here. It was leaning this way away from the house. So my dad, he basically like jacked up the whole wooden porch, and he fixed the supports that were underneath, leveled up the porch, and then from there he pressure washed it wherever was needed. And right here I'm helping him to paint all of this railing and all that. Like, we used to do this stuff by hand, but once I noticed like this Graco TrueCoat 360 VSP machine, I put up another video where I mention it in the description and also in the video. I highly recommend for you to get this sprayer, because like you see right here, I'm painting it. Like normally what would have been a whole day painting it by hand, it literally took us about an hour and a half to paint this entire deck. He painted all the edges around the house so we didn't have to tape everything, you know, and then I painted all the areas outside. I have it set on the lowest volume so it doesn't have a much overspray, but that's the results. And a project like this, we charged a little over $2,000, and we were able to get this done in one day. So that's why I say, you know, our handyman business, that it makes over $1,000 every single day. That's because we're doing projects like this. They're not too big, they're not too small, they're like medium-sized, good-sized projects that there's a need involved and we can provide the solution. Like if you saw this, like I'm gonna upload another video here soon of how this used to look like, but it was all like really bad, you know. So that's pretty much our testimony. That's how we are able to work hard, and I just showed you a few different projects that we're doing. Like in this case, I had to throw out all this garbage, and I think for like 2 truckloads in our Pro Masters, we charge around $800, and you know, we can do this pretty quick. But definitely, stay tuned, continue watching our videos. I'm gonna try to upload like 1 to 3 videos every week, and just of all the projects that we're doing, many different things, and hopefully you can learn some things out of that. If you have any questions, please send us a message. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the activation, the notification bell, all that kind of stuff, so you don't miss out on any future videos that we're gonna be uploading. I'm also in the description, I'm gonna be putting some product links, some materials and tools that we use, that we recommend. If you click on those links and purchase them through the Amazon store, it's linked to our account. So all those things will help us, so we can continue to make more content and just stay focused and making more videos for you guys. So that's pretty much it. So all I used on the go is my laptop. I have this bag that I purchased on Amazon, which will be on the description. My little mouse, I take that on the go on my Maverick. And then I also got this printer, which I highly recommend, just in case if we need to print out an estimate or an invoice or a contract, whatever. This printer, I can scan many different pages. I can feed them through the top, and it also has the glass scanner right there. So it's small enough I can carry it in my Maverick. But yeah, overall, I highly recommend for you to get this truck, especially if you have a small handyman business like we have for our family. May God bless you, and I'll see you on the next project.